The Punisher's been a mainstay in the stable of Marvel heroes for over 4 decades now. The character first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man number 129 back in the 70s, and he was kind of a one-off guest starring episodic villain who showed up during a story where Spider-Man had been framed for some crimes or something, and Punisher thought he was a criminal, so he was trying to kill him. But the character was deemed really popular after that appearance, and he was given his own miniseries. And the miniseries did really well, led to an ongoing series, and so on and so on. He even went on to have a couple of spin-off titles, Punisher War Journal, Warzone, to name a couple. The guy even met Batman a couple of times. So he's been pretty much a mainstay in modern comics for a really long time. But something's happened over the last couple of years where the Punisher's symbol, the skull he wears on his chest, has become somewhat problematic. And so it's been just co-opted by political movements, police, anti-police, pro-gun, anti-gun, you name it. Somebody has taken the skull, done something with it, and made it their own personal symbol. And as a result, Marvel's kind of put Marvel in the corner. What do we do with this? We've got a character. He's been around forever. He's popular, but his symbols now come to mean something that it wasn't supposed to mean. They tried to address it in comics about a year or so ago, where Punisher met somebody wearing, I think it was a police officer who was wearing his symbol on his uniform, and he scolded him saying, you don't stand for that. It's vengeance. You stand for justice. The skull is mine. And, it's kind of there's a way to address it in comics in kind of, a meta style and try to keep the Punisher intact. But I think the writing was on the wall that they were going to have to do something about it. So Marvel put their heads together. And coming this March, we're going to get a series written by Jason Aaron, and Punisher is going to be getting a new symbol. And there it is. Drink it in, everybody. Your new Punisher. We're going to have a series where the Punisher is going to become an assassin for the Hand. And according to C.B. Cebulski, Marvel's editor-in-chief, we're going to see Punisher go to his final evolutionary state, from a heroic soldier to a tragic cop to a bloodthirsty vigilante to a Hand assassin. Makes no sense to me, in my opinion, for the character. But this is the direction they're going to take him. And, let me just be the first to say, as symbols go, this is pretty good. Whoever designed this is original. It's fresh. It fits the character. I've never seen anything quite like this, and I really don't. Oh. Well, yeah, so I guess there's going to be a Mandalorian bounty hunter with a bit of a lawsuit possibility case on his hands. But yeah, that having been said, Punisher's symbol is just like any other superheroes. It's kind of important. It's who they are. Punisher's look has changed radically over the years. He used to be pretty much another spandex-clad superhero, and he's kind of gone down to this dressed-down, utilitarian fatigues look. But he's always had the skull. It's always there. It's what makes him him. You see it, it's him. It identifies him. It's like Batman symbols, Superman's S, the spider on Spider-Man's chest, whatever. That it's not in the character's DNA to be able to change that. It's just something that sticks to the character. It's his brand. It's what identifies him. This symbol, it doesn't fit the character. I get what they're doing with the storyline, and I know this isn't Marvel's fault. I get that. They didn't ask for this. They didn't put his symbol out there to be used for somebody else. It's just something that happened organically, and Marvel, they could have just addressed it the way they did, saying, hey, we don't appreciate this being used the way it's being used. That's not us. That's not who the character is. But it was associated with him. It tarnished him. And with as important as a character and his brand and his symbol are, I don't know that this is the best way to handle it. I don't know if this is the way I would have gone. This is the decision I would have made as a higher up at Marvel. Especially put him into a story that, in my opinion, doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless he's infiltrating the Hand to take him down from the inside, which I guess would be a Punisher thing to do. But the symbol, the armor, the swords, this doesn't look like the character. So to me, what we're doing is we're just diluting the Punisher at this point. We're taking him, we're trying to continue, we're trying to make him continue forward. We're forcing him in Marvel at this point. And so it just kind of leads me to the question of, is this just, are we done? Has Punisher run his course? And my opinion, unpopular as it may be, that's where I'm falling on this. I'm thinking that maybe with the times we live in, what Punisher represents, what his symbols come to represent, maybe it's time to just say goodbye to the character. Maybe he's run his course, and I think I would rather see him go off in a grand send-off, intact as he was and as he always knew him, and just say goodbye to the character rather than just see him metamorphose into something that he's not, and just to try to keep him in our pantheon of characters in this new form with this new symbol and this new status quo. I think it's just time that we say goodbye. So I'm kind of considering that for me. That's my journey with Punisher. I think has come to a close. I think we've said everything we need to say about the character. I mean, and really think about the character's origin. They've never retconned it. He's a Vietnam vet. That means at best, let's go liberal and say he lied about his age to get into the military and got in at the closing days of the war. That's still going to have him bored in the late 50s and put him currently, 60s, 70s years old right now. So he's an old man. I mean, old men need to be, he retires. He retires, or he goes out in a blaze of glory. Give him one more story. Get a Garth Ennis or one of his classic writers. Give him the Logan send-off that he deserves, and we just move on. I would rather see that than see the character turned into something that he's not. But that's just me. Let me know in the comments below if you agree. What do you think of the new symbol? Do you like it? Do you think it fits the character? Do you hear the dog barking in the background? I do. It's distracting. But you know what? We power on. That's what we do on this channel. So let's talk about it in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the new symbol. Let me know if you think it's just time that Punisher maybe just calls it a day. He's avenged enough. He's avenged enough at this point. So we'll discuss all that. And while you're down there, please go ahead and give the video a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. We just passed 1,000 subscribers. I was so happy. I've got something special in mind for that. But right now I'm working on a year-end video that I'll probably try to get out first. So, but this happened today, so I figured we'd talk about it. And that's all I have to say on the matter. So I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.